Assalamualaikum everyone, welcome back to this channel. So this is me Ali Wahid. In this video we are going to start the other regenerated fibers of previous lecture. So in the previous lecture we have started the regenerated fibers which are involved in the production of surgical dressings. But now we are going to discuss another regenerated fiber, and this fiber is called as methyl cellulose. So let's start this lecture. So methyl cellulose, its synonyms is it can also be called as cellulose methyl ether. So what are the sources of it? It has two sources, wool pulp and the cotton. So how to prepare it? So there is no direct name of plant and the part of plant from which it is obtained. Actually, methyl cellulose, it is made up of two components. First is the methyl and second is the cellulose. So only wool pulp. Wool, what is a wool pulp? Wool pulp is actually small pieces of our wood. Wood is actually obtained from the tree. So now from cutting the wood in small pieces, we obtain cellulose from it. And you know, cotton is a pure cellulose, so you can obtain cellulose from the cotton also. So therefore I have said that it has two sources. You can obtain from it wood and you can obtain it from the cotton, but here the preparation is given through the cotton. So you know the cotton has cellulose in it, so you will treat this cotton with a base or alkali. You can use any alkali like sodium hydroxide. NaOH is a base. Now you will treat your cotton with this. Now what happens, the cellulose which is present in the cotton, it will react to that base and form a compound which is called as alkali cellulose. In the next step, this alkali cellulose will react with methyl chloride. Okay, by reacting it, the methylation happens. What is the mean by methylation? To add the methyl group. Now this methyl group is added in the formula of cellulose. So cellulose is actually a compound which is made by the 1,4 beta glycosidic bonds between the glucose. So on the glucose, instead of hydroxy group, the methyl groups are attached and they form methyl cellulose. Okay, in cellulose, hydroxyl group are attached to the formula of glucose. uh, this hydroxy group will convert themselves into the methyl group due to the methylation. From where the methyl comes, it comes from the methyl chloride. So methyl chloride give its methyl to the cellulose and form methyl cellulose. So this was all about the preparation of it, and after that, after its preparation, it will go to the spinach and converted into the form of a fiber by evaporating the solvent. Let's discuss its characteristics. So actually we called its color is white, and you in some books you will read that their color is written as colorless. So white is actually a colorless color. Next is nature. So it is in the form of fibrous powder like, so you can convert it into the thread like form. It has no odor, no taste, and solubility is different, like it is insoluble in hot water, but it is soluble in cold water. But in cold water you will see they form a colloidal solution form which have a white cast of it. So this was about its solubility, and they can be soluble in the hot water by adding some chemicals in it. So its viscosity is very high due to the presence of some inorganic salt in it. So this was all about the methyl cellulose. Let's discuss its some advantages or uses, and after that we will discuss the second regenerated fiber, which is the cellulose acetate. So here the uses of cellulose is given that it is acting as a laxative and used to treat the constipation. So it also used as a hydrophilic colloid. Hydrophilic means water loving colloid in nature. So these colloids are used in the medicine. So you know, in the laxative the hydrophilic colloid is very important. So in the treatment of laxative in the pharmacology, you have studied that in laxatives the emulsions, the softening agent which are used in the laxatives, they are actually hydrophilic colloids. So they will attach to the fecal part, and due to their hydrophilic colloid nature, they will attract the water and making the water soluble in the stool, and they will help to pass the dry and hard stool out easily. So therefore they are act as laxatives and also used as a hydrophilic colloid in various kind of medicines, especially those medicines which are used to treat laxatives. They also use in preparation of lotions because they are increasing their viscosity, and because their in viscosity is very high due to the presence of inorganic salts. They also use to make suspension due to collide like nature. They also use to make paste, ophthalmic solution, and in use in to make cosmetics due to their hydrophilic collide like nature. And after that, it is also used as a thickening agents. It is a protective collide in the emulsion, so various kind of emulsions are also prepared by it. It acts as a very good binder and stabilizer in the food. It is also given to a person who was obese and they have the feeling of fullness in them, and also used as a substitution for the tears of this or saliva. So in the actors, they produce artificial tears with the help of this methyl cellulose. Then the next regenerated fiber is the cellulose acetate. So it also called as partially acetated cellulose. So in the previous cellulose, we have methylated cellulose, but it is acylated. Now the acyl group is added into the cellulose. How to prepare it? Similarly, you have to react your cellulose which is present in the wood. This cellulose will react with the acetic anhydride, or you can say acetic acid, at various temperature or different time, and it will produce cellulose acetate, can also be called as acetylated cellulose or primary acetate. So these are the three names of it, so that remember all of these three names. So then this solution of acetylated cellulose, this pass through a spinneret. And you know what is a spinneret? It is a apparatus which has a very narrow nozzle in it, and when a solution pass through it, the evaporation of solvent will happens, and the solution will convert itself into a thread like form. So the cellulose acetate Drylon will obtained after the evaporation of solvent or after passing it through apparatus which is called as spinneret. Let's discuss the characteristics of cellulose acetate. So appearance is very similar to the viscose. So viscose, you remember that we have discussed the viscose in the previous lecture when we have started the regenerative fibers. So we have studied that viscose is also obtained from the cellulose and by cutting it, and it is very highly, nature of this is very highly lustrous and slightly twisted, mean curved. Then if we discuss its solubility, to if triacetate mean having three acetic acid groups. Now, this triacetate, its solubility pattern is different from others. Like, it is soluble in the acetic acid, and it is insoluble in water or alcohol. Now, if you see the behavior of pentaacid mean having five acetic anhydride groups in them. So its solubility is different. Like, it is insoluble in water, but it is soluble in alcohol. While we see that your triacetate is also insoluble in alcohol, but pentacid is soluble in alcohol. So they have different patterns of them according to their solubility or according to their different number of acetate group attached to them. Now at the last, let's discuss its uses. So here the uses of it is given that it is used to make non-inflammable photographic films, and it also less absorbent than the viscose. So in the viscose, we have discussed that viscose absorbency is very high, so therefore they are used to make waterproof fabrics. But this cellulose acetate is less absorbent than the viscose. So it also used in the manufacturing of most of the things which are given here, like it used to prepare the rubber, cinema films, various kind of waterproof fabrics, insulated electric wires, cigarette smoke filters, surgical dressings, and it also used for as a coating material over the tablets. So this was all about the uses of cellulose acetate, that what kind of uses of it and how we are use them in the pharmacy way. So this was all about the today's lecture. I hope that you will like this video. If you like it, then please subscribe to this channel, like my videos, and also press the bell icon to get the new videos in the future. So take care, meet you soon in the next lecture with the next topic. Allah Hafiz.